Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and for today I have another phone, and as you can see in front of you in this pretty box is the Xiaomi Mi 5, the last year's flagship from Xiaomi. I wanted to bring this one out a year later and kind of show you if it's still worth buying it today. The price is around $200. And this is the lowest version with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage, and also the slightly underclocked Snapdragon 820, which is instead of 2.15 is running on 1.8 gigahertz. So grab this one from geekbuying.com. Pretty good site in my opinion. I've bought several things from them. You can see inside the box, nothing too fancy, just SIM ejector tool, USB Type-C cable, and the quick charger 3.0. Of course, the phone supports quick charging 3.0. This was like I said, the last year's flagship, and being so, featured a lot of good things, including quick charge 3.0, NFC, wireless charging, infrared blaster if you want to use it to control some of your home devices, 3000 milliamp battery, and like I said, as being the lowest possible one, this one had 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage. Also, the screen is 5.15 inch, 1080p IPS screen. In my opinion, pretty good. Very bright, even outside. I think it goes up to 500 nits of brightness, which in my opinion is actually pretty good. Some phones especially coming from China, are not that bright, but this one it's pretty bright. And as you can see, brand new one. This one came as, you know, quote unquote the international version, which had a pre-installed international ROM, which I manually actually went in and reflashed again from Xiaomi, just to make sure that there's nothing you know, sneaky or suspicious coming in with that ROM. After flashing it, I also applied to remove the bootloader lock, just in case. Not that I'm gonna think around it too much, but you know, I wanted to do it. Also, I purchased several different cases, and Nilkin is one of the brands that actually I used for a while now with many different phones, and every case I got from them, they're pretty amazing, I gotta tell you. I also grabbed some of these clear TPU ones, like no name, really not branded, but I wanted to see. They were pretty cheap, around, you know, $3–4, or I think they were less. The Nilkin ones were slightly more expensive, between $4 and $6. So this first one is the cheapest. I think it was like less than $3. Very thin. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Using it all the time. It's pretty flimsy. It might come off the phone if you're you know, gripping it too hard. This second one is slightly sturdier, a little bit thicker TPU on that one, and also the trims, like the side ones, are kind of chromed, sort of a mirror finish. Gives it a little bit of different look. It's not that bad. I actually like the way it looks, but at the same time, the TPU is still a bit flimsier than what I would like to have on my phones, you know, especially, you know, pulling out of your pocket and putting it on the tables and stuff like that. You know, sometimes these flimsy ones come off. And then moving on to the Nilkin ones. One of the Nilkin was the TPU one, but this one is clear at the same time, very sturdy, especially compared to the other ones that I showed you before. Slightly matte, you know, coating on it. It's not completely clear. Fits perfectly well. I cannot expect anything less by Nilkin. The sides also feature these kind of a grippy sections, which is I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit more hard. It's not a glossy or soft surface. Also, at the bottom they have this little flap that covers the USB Type-C charger. Kind of a neat idea. I mean, I don't know, you're probably going to be annoyed if you're plugging in a cable to charge it all the time. That thing is going to be on the way. So, yeah, but I mean, you can cut it off. So, but in my book, I think that's a very good case. And then finally, moving to the last one, which is kind of a hard TPU shell. I have a similar one from them for my Lenovo Zook Z2. and it's amazing case. You know, simply put it out of the way, it's just great. Fits perfectly well, very sturdy, covers the most important parts of the phone, high quality TPU, very grippy. Also inside this one, they have screen covers, which are, you know, those simple sticker style screen protectors. But again, that's great. I was not even aware that's going to be there. But regardless of that, I actually put on some tempered glass that I actually bought from the site as well, and installed it because I know that no matter what kind of a coverage Gorilla Glass 3 or 4 that those screens have, and I know Xiaomi puts a good cover on their screens. It's either 3 or 4, I forgot, don't quote me on that one, but still my experience shows that you better put something else additionally to protect that screen. So tempered glass on, cover on, fully protected, because the back is also glass, as you guys might know or not. The front is glass, the back is glass. The phone actually reminds me a lot of Galaxy Note 5. Those of you that are familiar with that phone, looks very similar, just a smaller looking phone, but design wise almost identical, as a flat front and kind of sloping sides on the back with glass. Turning the phone on, there was a couple updates that came, but the bigger one that I'm expecting is the latest Android N. Unfortunately, I still haven't received it. I'm not sure if Xiaomi are pushing it for the international versions or how it's going to work out. I see a lot of people receiving it for other phones, but unfortunately I haven't received it yet. Hopefully soon it will arrive. If not, I'm just going to have to grab it and you know, install it manually through the what was the program called? They have their own software. Kind of you can flash your own ROM. This is how actually I did it initially. I think it's called Xiaomi Mi Flash. Yeah, Xiaomi Mi Flash. This is their software, so you can upload it there and pretty easily kind of flash your own ROM. But for now, I'm gonna wait for the over-the-air. Hopefully, it's gonna come soon. And this one is based on the Marshmallow 601. But obviously, I would rather have the latest, and I'm sure being a flagship eventually will come. They're a bit slow, but it is what it is. You know, with the heavy skin of MIUI on top, I don't think you're missing too much. You know, I've had my experience with MIUI in the past, years and years ago, and decided to see what it's new. And to be honest, it's a lot better than what I remember. The phone is very snappy, very quick. The look is very pleasing. The icons are very nice. In my humble opinion, I think it's a rather good device. Again, keep in mind that this was the last year's flagship, and it's only around $200 now. And a week before the actual new flagship Mi 6 is going to be announced, I decided to bring you that video, guys, and you know, kind of show you if it's is it still worth buying this phone, this last year flagship today. In my opinion, yes. I have to say, high quality, higher quality of build compared to my Zook Z2. It's spec-wise, it's a little bit less on some things, and the Zook is more on other. As a CPU, internal storage, and memory, but the rest of it, I think it goes to the Xiaomi, because it's thinner phone, higher quality materials, metal and glass. Just feels a lot better in hand, and the screen is a little bit bigger and brighter, so again, a little bit better. Also, the camera, I think it's better because this one is features optical image stabilization with 16 megapixels, where the Zook has only 13 with no optical image stabilization. And this is my pros and cons at the end. You guys can see. Actually, at the end, I decided to run quick Antutu on both phones, the Lenovo Zook Z2 and the Xiaomi Mi 5. Just for a quick comparison, is you can see this is the score: 121,317 for the Mi 5 and 148,417 for the Lenovo Zook 2. Actually, this score beat my Galaxy S7 Edge.